Was there something that clicked in you that got you from being the guy that was drinking and wrecking trucks? Because I'm sure there's a lot of guys like that, out where
Mm.
you are and here for that matter, that never stopped doing that. Was there something that clicked in you to take you on a new path?
Yeah, I mean, some people, it's true, never get out of their own way. I mean, it's just, they have spurts where they're doing pretty good, things are going good, and then we just screw up because we're humans, right? And then that cycle repeats. The biggest thing for me is I had my son Tanner. I was pretty young. My wife, I think we were 22 and 24 when we got married, and then 1 year later had Tanner. And that was like, okay, now it's just not me being a loser. I didn't want to be a quote loser dad, because now I'm affecting the legacy of, my first child. And I was like, I got to be better. I have people relying on me now. I got to be a quote role model or a good dad. And so you'd think that would be enough, but it wasn't. I mean, I still screwed up. But eventually that was pretty much the turning point where my screw ups got a little more spread out, and I kind of got on a more positive, healthy path. And so that's where I've been since. Then my wife and I had two more kids, another son and a daughter, and now I know what I got to do, and I just do it.
Right. And I want to get into the bow hunting because I'm actually fascinated with hunting. I've never really done it, but I've been listening to a lot of people talk about it from Rogan, and I had Remy here a couple years back, and I'm fascinated. But
Yeah.
be one thing if you were, at the pinnacle of bow hunting, which I think most agree you are. But on top of that, you put in those sometimes daily marathons. But then on top of that, Cameron, you come home and you lift weights until your arms want to explode. And then on top of
Yeah.
that, then you go shoot some more arrows when, your arms are shaking. And it's like,
Yeah.
it seems like you take that to the extreme. Why do all that?
Man, I don't really give myself a choice. I just know that if I don't do that, I'm going to be, I mean, I remember there was this one time, this kind of, I guess, encapsulates it. And I don't know if it's a good example or not, because I've had reservations that I said this at this time when I look back now, but I was at the movies with my boys, and, I looked around, and I always, told the boys that, our goal isn't to be average. And I looked around and I go, guys, I said, look at here. Everybody's standing in line to get into the movies, buying popcorn, and we were buying popcorn too. So it's not like we're better than anybody. But I said, look around here, and, look around. I said, this is average. I said, this is the average person. Our goal is to not be average. If you're average, you're a loser. And I was like, God, I looked back and I was like, I didn't want my kids to think that, some people don't have these huge goals to change the world, and that's okay. Or even giving your best, sometimes you can try to justify giving a little less each day. And I mean, it's okay if you're a good person and you're out there providing a service people need. We have people like in Oregon, you pull up to a gas station to get fuel, and somebody comes out and pumps your gas, so those people need jobs. We can't pump our own fuel, but those jobs aren't going to change the world, but they're important jobs. So I was like, I had reservations after I said that years later. I was like, maybe being average is okay for some people. Maybe we're all not destined to make this huge mark, and it's okay to be just a good dad and go to work every day and come home and be a good husband. That's okay. And so, I don't know. I've tried to push my kids to be their best. I've tried to give my best, but also balance that. Maybe some people, I don't know, maybe just being a contributing member of society is okay. I don't remember how this question started. I just remember that I had that example at the movies of my kids and like trying to be a good dad and say the right things and do the right things. And I've screwed up in that too. I can't remember what the original question was. Maybe you do.
No, but it tells us. It says so much about your character. I love it. I was just curious. What was the reaction of your kids when you said that at the movie? Did they get it right away and they're like, "Yeah, Dad," or did they look at you funny, or did it take them a while to process it?
No, I mean, they're used to me saying stuff like that all the time.
Okay.
I mean, so it just kind of reinforced what I'd been telling them. And I would tell them, I'm like, because it's not like they're, like a LeBron James with 40-inch vertical and can run maybe an NFL guy run a 4.3 40. It's not like they're like that. So, but I'd always say, it's like, I don't expect you to be the best in the world. I just want you to give your best effort. Whatever you're doing, just offer the very best you can. And so I would just tell them that over and over. And I don't know. I mean, yeah, I had reservations about some things I said. Maybe I pushed them a little too hard growing up because of that. And, when I look back now, I'm like, was I too hard on the boys? But man, they've done great. They are definitely my biggest accomplishment, not just my boys, but my daughter too. And so, yeah, parenting has been up and down the road, just like life. Hopefully I'm getting better at it. Now they're, my oldest is 29. I think Truett is 26. And then my daughter is 19. So I think as parents and as humans, we just hopefully get better as we go.
Hey, it's Brian Rose, founder of the DeFi Academy. I've told you my 4-week crypto bootcamp is amazing, but don't take my word for it. This is what my students are saying.
The DeFi Academy was an amazing experience for me. It took me totally out of my comfort zone.
In this course, I was challenged, I was held accountable, and pushed to do things that honestly weren't always easy.
It's been phenomenal, and I can't believe we're already up on our 4 weeks. It has flown by.
Going through this DeFi accelerator by far was one of the best courses I've taken.
You do this course, you really get into the nitty-gritty of the activities that will make you comfortable with decentralized finance.
Thank you so much to Brian and everyone at London Real and the DeFi Academy for even putting together an amazing course like this.
Anybody else that wants to do it, please sign up. It is well worth the money.